Hello and welcome to the Calmcast, a time to feel calm and think clearly. I'm Claire Downham, the Queen of Calm, a transformational life coach. I was a burnt out head teacher who finally made the journey to calm after years of trying, and I want to prevent you from having to do the same. The Calmcast is a series of short explorations, gently guiding you back to your natural state, which is calm and clarity. Just listen like you would listen to music, with an open mind and curiosity. There's nothing else to do. Now let's relax into today's episode. So today's episode is about simplicity and how I've really seen recently the simplicity is really, really powerful. And I guess over the last couple of years, we've all seen something around simplicity, haven't we? Because we had it forced upon us. Physically, we had it forced upon us for a while in 2020 and, of course, nearly the end of 2021 now. And I liked the simplicity, the outside world being simpler, my outside world being simpler. I liked not dashing about places. I liked stepping out of my front door and going for a walk rather than going for a long drive and then going for a walk. I liked less shopping and less places to go and less things to do. I really did enjoy less cars on the road. I don't think anybody didn't enjoy less cars on the road. There were lots of things physically in the world that were simpler. But really my exploration and my seeing around simplicity over the last couple of years has come from a much deeper place. So if I go back to before the last couple of years, I would spend a lot of time trying to work myself out, is probably the best way to put it. As I experienced life, as I felt feelings, as life played out, there was this pretty much continuous analysis. It probably wasn't quite continuous, but it was happening a lot. There was a lot of analysis of myself. So if I felt a feeling that I didn't like, that I judged as being wrong or not okay, then there was a seeking of the answer to the question why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And that involved looking at my past extensively. It involved looking at my circumstances and other people and what was going on with them, and if they behaved differently, could I be okay? Could I be more okay? Could I feel better if other people and circumstances behaved as I wish them to? There was definitely a sense of there being something wrong with me. What was that? That was definitely looked like that could be the source of why I didn't feel okay, because there was something wrong with me psychologically, that I was damaged or broken or traumatized in some way. And even while I hope you're hearing while I'm saying this, because I'm feeling it, is a very busy mind. That's what I had, a very, very busy mind, always seeking the answer to that question. Why do I feel the way I feel? It was complicated. And the thing is that when we ask a question like that and we don't have a simple answer to it, our tendency is, as human beings, to complicate it. I think that's just maybe how we're made. And if the answer doesn't appear clearly in front of us very, very quickly, there is this compulsion, I think, to fill the space. Well, I'm just going to look to what's close by or what's there in front of me. And that's why when we're really living in the outside in paradigm and somebody is behaving or circumstances a certain way, it's really easy to just go, oh, yeah, that's why I feel the way I feel. Because we want an answer. We're meaning-making machines, human beings, and we're always looking for an answer to the question, why am I feeling the way I feel, and how can I feel better? I guess that pretty much encapsulates the study of psychology, doesn't it? This seeking of the meaning and, of where feelings come from and how to make them better. Now I've been on this journey and I've done something so different to what I did before. I spent a lot of time exploring me, and that made me more self-conscious and more noticing of what wasn't okay with me. And I think what's really different over the last couple of years is I've just looked in a completely different direction. I've stopped looking at me because it turns out I'm just working the same way as all the other humans. And as I'm speaking to you about this right now, I'm really seeing more about this, because that's the difference. I used to spend a lot of time in therapy and poking around in the past and doing all sorts of different techniques that were very focused on me and what was wrong with me and how I could fix me. And now the simplicity has come because there's so much less of that exploration of me as an individual, and I have to say, more joy in the exploration of what it means to be human for everybody. Like, not just for me or you or the person sitting next to you, if there is one, or whoever else you know. Not that exploration of us individually poking and prodding around at ourselves, but part of the simplicity has come from just looking at how human life works, how humans create their experience, where feelings come from for everybody. A huge part of what feels to be my journey into simplicity has come partly from taking me off my plate. I don't need to poke around at myself anymore. It was tiring. I don't think it was particularly helpful. But by being in this exploration of what it means to be human, I seem to be in a better place. But of course, that's my thinking too. But how wonderful to be having the thinking that helps you to see that you're okay, that you're just like every other human being, having this amazing human experience. And so now, when that question or that sense of, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? I mean, I don't even know if I ask that question anymore, because there's just this knowing all the time. I'm feeling thought in the moment. I don't need to do anything about that, because it'll pass if I let it, if I leave it alone. And of course, the explorations I used to do stopped it from passing, stopped it from going through its natural cycle. Your state of mind, your mood, your ups and downs, they're just like the weather. If left alone, the weather changes within minutes if you live in this country, in the UK. But I understand it's the same in other places too. The weather just changes. And that's a beautiful analogy, actually. The weather changes. No matter where you are in the world, the weather keeps changing. And other things keep happening, like the sun comes up and goes down again. Of course, it doesn't really do that, but that's our perception, isn't it? That all is happening and that all is true. And that's what I'm pointing you to in these conversations, in these broadcasts, is That's true for all of us. All of us are always feeling thought in the moment, never anything else. And what's fun about looking in this direction is you don't have to think about you anymore. And if, like me, you got tired of that, then this is a much more fun way to have the journey, to take yourself on an exploration. No longer exploring you, but just gently exploring what it means to be human. Thank you so much for listening. There's nothing to do now but bring some awareness to how this is working out in your life. Listen regularly to experience longer and longer periods of calm. This has been the Calmcast with Claire Downham, Queen of Calm. Take care and keep listening.